Our rules are simple, but the challenge is great. All dinos will be explored in this challenge, but only reasonable underdogs voted on by the community will be considered for grading. Equipped with primitive saddles, our 19 contenders will be backed by the commanding presence of a loyal Uranus providing that extra boost. Compared to the island bosses, the Manticore is cake, so the herbivores in this challenge won't be getting their own cakes to help with healing. All competitors will be going into battle with 40 base points in all their stats, no mutations, and 40 experience levels split evenly between health and melee. Competitors are required to fight the Manticore on all difficulties, starting with Gamma, then Beta, finishing with Alpha. Their success will be annotated on this scorecard with a pass-or-fail system. Clearing the Manticore on all difficulties earns them a gold boom medal. Silver is awarded for clearing Beta, bronze is for clearing Gamma, and a chunk of shit is for shit. Now let's introduce our competitor and see if they have what it takes. Phoenix. This beautiful firebird is found during heat waves on Scorched Earth. They cook meat in their inventory, don't have a saddle, and catch things on fire, so what's not to love? The Phoenix isn't the strongest creature and the taming process is a bit of a pain in the ass, but you're sure to get the envy of your fellow survivors if you manage to get one. The stats achieved using the rules for this competition are 14,300 health and 581% melee. Now let's see if they have what it takes. Green portal time means gamma time, and this should really be a warm-up round for most creatures, but for the under pigeon, the fiery pigeon, look, I don't know what else to call it, so anyway, for the under pigeon, it was really its homecoming. The damage output isn't the greatest, and they don't have saddles, so they get the full force of the Manticore's power. The Phoenix is a gorgeous creature that doesn't just survive in the heat, it thrives in it. The fire damage that it outputs helps take down the Deathworm adds with ease. And the biggest surprise for me during this was that the Manticore would not aggro the Phoenix at all. Even if I created a lot of separation between myself and the Manticore, I just could not shake him, so Commander Utes was having a really rough time. This would normally probably be a beneficial problem for flyers, since they could take out the Manticore more easily if they're not chasing him all over the place. And, well, it did help out with the Deathworms though. They'd always get turned into an impromptu barbecue whenever they would approach the scuffle. The timer was sitting at around 14 minutes when Commander Utes was slaughtered, so I had some concerns, and the fight dragged on a little longer than it should have once I stopped letting the Manticore land. If you find yourself in this situation, it's probably better to just land and let the Manticore come to you so that your flyers can get in some licks. Eventually, the Phoenix turns the Manticore into toast, earning a pass and clearing the Gamma stage. Blue portal time means beta time, and after the Gamma fight, I couldn't look at the Phoenix as something any more than a glorified sparkler. Granted, you can come into this fight with some amazing stats and probably crush the Manticore no problem, but using the rules of this competition, the Phoenix is struggling. I tried to gain the upper hand against the beta Manticore by positioning myself in areas that wouldn't permit him to land. My thinking was that if I could keep Commander Utes alive for a long time, and keep the Manticore from using his heavy attacks, then he won't deal heavy damage to the flock of flaming chickens that are chasing him. It was great watching the fiery battle take place all around me, but I quickly realized that using this method wasn't going to end well, and we'd be busting that 20-minute timer wide open. I had to let the beta Manticore land, so I did it, and the Manticore seized the opportunity. He landed and tore Commander Utes to pieces over and over again. Commander Utes fought bravely as always, but the attention he received from the beta bastard was just too much, and he fell in battle once again. I switched over to Pigeonback and chased the Manticore around as much as I could. The Phoenix posse started to die off one by one. Just as the timer eclipsed the 20-minute mark, I was put to sleep and viciously murdered by the beta Manticore. Lucky for me, it wasn't Manny Sling's dong. He wouldn't be able to resist these juicy cheeks. That's a fail. Heading over to the scoreboard, the Phoenix earns a bronze boom medal. I will always look at the Phoenix in high regard because I see it as kind of like a trophy. It's a symbol of grit. The effort required to tame one of these is pretty high, and they just look so damn cool. If you haven't heard, I'm going to be taking part in the Monarchy Thunderdome Season 6.5 starting tomorrow. Tune into my stream on YouTube or Twitch to check it out. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to help this community grow. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.